Hey everyone. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Sweet. Just normal, well, I should not say normal, just a regular Friday. My son didn't have school, so it's just kind of a chill day today, kind of a get stuff done day. But I got my feelings kit yesterday, and it's really an amazing collection of oils, and I just had to come on and share it with you guys. I had to talk about it. The number one thing that I get asked about with oils, there's a top three, but the number one thing that people ask the most about with oils is stress and emotional support. Those are that category is the number one question and goal that people have when they start using essential oils. I've been there. It's still something I work on, hence the feelings kit. In 3 years into oils, it's something that a lot of us struggle with. It's something that a lot of us have a hard time getting a grip on, finding balance in. A lot of different things factor into our emotional well-being. And I finally, after again 3 years of using oils, I finally jumped on this. I've been using oils for emotional support for quite a while, but I jumped on this, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Hi, I'm Stephanie Butcher. I'm a Young Living Essential Oil coach and mentor, and we're talking the Young Living Feelings Kit today. So I'm just checking over to make sure that everything is live and streaming. And then we'll keep going. So there we are. Perfect. Great. So I have been a person who has struggled with emotional balance most of my life, and especially into my adult life after I had kids, and my oldest is 6. So it's been an emotional journey for me, clearly. And this kit is so different because we talk a lot about how different people respond to different oils, and different people have different reactions and responses to oils. And so there's no one size fits all answer for people who use essential oils for emotional support. So to tell you a little bit about me and my emotional journey, to kind of give you a background about where this has come into play for me, is I tend to, after I had not great postpartum experiences with both of my children, and had some emotional struggles in college in my late teen years, and I have dealt with high functioning anxiety for, again, most of my adulthood, for the better part of the last decade. And it's something that takes a conscious, everyday effort to get through. And some days are worse than others. And even though I've had great success with using essential oils for emotional support, it does take a continuous effort and journey to continue to support myself in that way. So I tend to run on when you're looking at the spectrum of emotions, and you're looking at the spectrum of, hang on, pause. Before I go any further. So I do need to say a quick disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I am talking specifically today about oils that can help with emotional support in general. And I'm talking about my experiences. I cannot diagnose, treat, cure anything specific, and that's not what we're talking about today, about curing or repairing anything like that. We're talking about how oils on an everyday basis can support a variety of emotional needs. So, quick disclaimer, that's what we're talking about today. So if you have and we're not going to be talking about specific emotional issues. I'm talking about my story, and hopefully that you can find some support in that. If you have specific questions about specific things, you can message me and I can recommend some great resources for you. And then we can talk some oils that can maybe help with your situation specifically. But for right now, we're just talking generally, and I will tell you what in my journey has brought me to these oils. So, okay, continuing. So when I have my emotional struggles, and what might have been like, is I tend to run on the higher intensity end, about anxiety and those types of fear. And I'm a worrywart. So I tend to struggle with emotional situations that have higher intensity reactions in your body. The ones that kind of get your heart racing and kind of make you sweat and kind of get you nervous, where there's some people who struggle with emotional issues who they're more downer situations, or they're more low intensity situations. So for example, so far I have used oils successfully to help bring my high intensity emotional situations to back down to a normal level. So I have used personally oils like Grounding, Believe, Valor, Harmony, oils that help bring you from high intensity situations to a normal level. There are other oils that help bring you from lower feeling or emotional situations that bring you up, and they're kind of upper oils. So there's oils that help bring you back down to help you balance you out in the middle, and then there's oils that help lift you up. So my experience has mostly been with oils that help bring you down when you're in a high intensity, high stress situation. They're grounding oils, they're balancing oils, they're those types of oils. And I've had great success. Northern Lights Black Spruce, still one of my favorites. But a lot of oils that help kind of bring you back down to ground level. So recently, and I hope I don't get all emotional if we're talking about feelings, I had a loss in my family. My grandmother passed away in January. And for the first time, since I started my oily journey 3 years ago, I was really having a hard time bringing myself back up. It was a very different shift for me in terms of how I was supporting my emotional well-being. And sometimes that can happen. We all have different stages in life and emotional support needs, and they vary. We go through seasons of life and stages of change, and not everything is the same. So I was, at the beginning of this year, going through an emotional stage and shift that was not normal for me. All of my oils that I was using were bringing me down, and I was already pretty down. I was very low. I was very unmotivated. I was very sad. And again, we're not talking about oils that help you get over grief, because that's just not what we're talking about here. But we're talking about oils that help you cope with your grief, or cope with your fear, or help it not be so emotionally and mentally and physically debilitating for you. It's in no way masking what you're going through or covering it up. This is helping you in a healthy way manage and function so that you can still be a somewhat happy but functioning person in your community, for your family, for your spouse, and all of those things. So for the first time, I remember telling my husband, I said, all of my oils bring me down. I'm used to being up here, and all of them bring me down here, and now I'm already down here, and I need something to help lift me up. I need something that helps bring me back up to not feeling so down in the dirt, basically. And I I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids, and run my business out of my home, and I needed something that could help get me to a place where I could function well and happily, and be a version of myself that was in the realm of happy for those reasons. And that's where the Feelings Kit came in. It comes with 6 oils, so that's what brought me to the Feelings Kit. The Feelings Kit is this collection of 6 oils, and I'm going to talk a little bit about them here in a second. So the essential oil blends featured in this kit are a collection designed to help promote personal progression. The 6 oil blends formulated specifically by Young Living founder D. Gary Young provide the foundation for encouraging forgiveness and identifying oneself. Enjoy the empowering and uplifting benefits that feelings can bring to your day-to-day life. And I have a lot of friends and I know a lot of people who have used this kit. And when I looked more into it, trying to find some things that could support me during this time in my life, I read about this and I was like, oh my gosh, that is what I need. That is what I need. Something that helps me sort of come to peace with this new version of myself, help me uplift my mood, and start to see some of those benefits of getting some really, really good support. So the oils that come in this, and this is a very well-rounded kit. I heard me mention a couple of oils when I said that need to help bring me down, and a couple of those are in here. But there's also oils that help kind of get you out of your own head and bring you back up. And there's a very well-rounded, very, very diverse kit. So one of the oils is forgiveness. It's forgiveness, and hopefully you're not reading these backwards. So forgiveness is a blend of, see, these are all blends. Sesame seed oil, melissa, geranium, frankincense, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, coriander, angelica root, lavender, bergamot, lemon, ylang ylang, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose. I mean, talk about the absolute queen of balancing oils. Rose, jasmine, sandalwood. I mean, an amazing combination of oils that help bring your emotional center to balance. Really, really wonderful. And again, one of the keys of this kit, providing the foundation for encouraging forgiveness and identifying oneself. So, super special oil. The next one is Harmony. And Harmony is actually one of the 4 oils in D. Gary Young's Good Day Protocol. And I've been doing the Good Day Protocol for quite a while, probably about a year, and I love it. It is the best way, even when you wake up in a good mood, it is one of the best ways to help continue that good energy. The Good Day Protocol is a 4 oil combination of Harmony, Release, White Angelica, and Valor. And it's an amazing combination. So Harmony is included in this. And Harmony is a combination of royal Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender, ylang ylang, frankincense, orange, king of happy oils, angelica, geranium, hyssop, black spruce, again, my jam. It's probably another reason why I love this oil. Coriander, bergamot, lemon, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose. You're gonna see some trends here. You're gonna hear some repeats. These are the most powerful oils that are available to us as people that we have access to for emotional support. So Harmony, again, this is a double whammy oil. If you're feeling down here, it'll bring you up here. If you're feeling up here, it'll bring you down here. It's all things harmonizing energy. Really special oil. And again, one of the Good Day Protocol oils. So very versatile. The next one is Inner Child, and talk about lifting you up. Sometimes as adults, we just have a hard time getting out of our own heads. We have a really hard time getting past the stresses of the day. We have a lot of fear. We have a lot of worry. We have a lot of nervousness. We get intimidated by situations. Sometimes we don't always have the best self-confidence. I know that sometimes I question and doubt myself as a parent. And so you just kind of get in your own way. And Inner Child, this is like one of the ultimate pick you up oils. This just helps you get up and get out and move past all that sort of nonsense that we just create for ourselves, and really, really kind of gets you at the core foundation of just being happy. So really special. Number one ingredient, orange. Talk about, like I said, the king of happy oils. Tangerine, ylang ylang, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, jasmine, lemongrass, black spruce, bitter orange, and neroli. So a little bit different there, but again, this is the ultimate pick-me-up oil. So really, really great. You might have seen anything like on Facebook when people are like getting way too down and serious. They always say you need some inner child, because like bring that inner happiness that we tend to lose connection with as adults. Bring that out. Present time is the next one. It's pretty self-explanatory. Live in the now. Don't try not to worry about the past. Try not to worry about the future. It helps you live in the moment. Sweet almond oil, bitter orange, neroli, black spruce, ylang ylang. Easy, wonderful, amazing, present time. Helps you live in the moment. Helps you get out of your own way. The ultimate, just bringing all the positivity forward. Really helps you when you're someone who's dealing with trauma or grief, or a lot of those, really low situations, and emotional situations that really take their toll long term on us. It's not just not that annoyances at work aren't frustrating, but it's not one of those kind of in between or kind of iffy sort of everyday daily stressors that kind of just bug you. Present time is a great oil for people who are dealing with those long-term emotional issues, who need long-term support, those really, really deep ones that change you as a person. Present time is that oil that helps you get over those really, really deep, emotionally scarring situations. And when I say get over, I don't mean get past, I just mean get through in a healthy way. So very, very special. Release. I do this amazing blend with Northern Lights Black Spruce, Release, and Copaiba in the diffuser. Oh my gosh. Talk about the ultimate chill blend. Ultimate chill blend. It is so relaxing. But Release is that oil that sometimes, when I first started diffusing it, I'm not gonna lie, my 6-year-old would cry. And it helps you, in a healthy way, get out those emotions that we're burying or not facing or not dealing with. When you bottle in emotions, they can physically manifest into other issues that can cause all kinds of problems in your body. And so Release is that one that helps you really just process all of those things. There's quite a few oils in this blend. So it's got ylang ylang, olive fruit oil, lavender, geranium, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, grapefruit, tangerine, spearmint, lemon, blue cypress, kaffir lime, okoti, jasmine, blue tansy, and rose. So a little bit different, but again, it's a very, very unique oil. Very, very unique oil. This is one I admit I don't use a lot. I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve. So I'm not usually someone who needs help sort of releasing that. I need an oil that kind of helps me let it out in a little bit at a time. It helps me sort of process first before it just kind of spews out. Again, I'm a high intensity emotional writer. So Release, I admit, is not one that I use a lot, but when energies are running high in my house and my kids are just kind of having a hard time expressing themselves, or they have frustrations from just in their little minds and in their little bodies that they just can't quite express, I pop that blend in the diffuser, and it just sends a total wave over everybody, and there's such an energy shift that happens when you're able to sort of get that emotional balancing in, and you're able to process your thoughts and your feelings and your struggles without sort of all that overwhelming what's the word? Luggage. Well, I guess we'll call it that sort of extra side luggage that comes with some of those things. So yeah, that's the fifth one. And then last but not least, valor. So valor, you can get the original valor just by regularly ordering it individually. Valor 2, which is okay, I know, blasphemy, don't smite me over the internet. Valor 2 is actually my personal preference. And here's why. Because there's Northern Lights Black Spruce in Valor 2 and not in the original Valor. The original Valor was out of stock for a while, and have more sustainable sourcing now. But in the meantime, to hold people over for the emotional support that Valor provided, Young Living created Valor 2. And that's what I used when I first started using oils. And then original Valor is now returned to us. But I just have that emotional connection to Valor 2 because that's what I've used and I've always used. And so I'm really excited that Valor 2 comes in the kit. But a lot of people just use the original Valor in their place. Totally up to you. The benefits and the effects are completely the same. It's got a little bit of a different smell though. Again, I prefer the Valor 2 because of the Northern Lights, but it's a personal preference. So in Valor 2, because I'll talk about Valor 2 because that's what's in the kit. It's got ylang ylang, coriander, bergamot, Northern Lights Black Spruce, Idaho Blue Spruce, frankincense, vetiver. So some woodsier things there. With the Idaho Blue Spruce, Northern Lights frankincense, vetiver, cistus, cassia, and geranium. So, and Valor, some will say, is the ultimate emotional savior. All the things, all the feels, all the time. Like when in doubt, Valor for emotional support, a lot of people will say. I have really great success with Valor. Valor is also part of the Good Day Protocol. So you got 2 Good Day Protocol oils in here. That's pretty cool. So that's got to tell you something. And both the Good Day Protocol and the Feelings Kit were specifically put together by Gary Young to support emotional happiness, basically. So there's your Feelings Kit. Very well-rounded, very diverse, very flexible. And again, if you have specific questions about a specific emotional need, message me or call me or text me and we can talk about those. But I really just wanted to introduce you guys to this because I'll admit, before I did some digging, I had heard about it, but I didn't really know exactly what it was for. It's really just for people who find that they struggle regularly with emotional support and don't often find a solution. That's really what the Feelings Kit is for. If you're someone who's tried a lot of different things, like me, and you struggle long term, and you struggle or you are just finding something lately that you're just maybe is affecting you more than normal, Feelings Kit. It really, really is important to our physical health if and when, more when than if, you take care of your emotional needs because they will create chemical and hormonal imbalances in our body that can create physical issues and health problems for us if we don't deal with them. And the longer term that you go without taking care of your emotional health, we talk about self-care all the time. It's not always a priority every day, but this is something that's so easy that you can give yourself and do for yourself that doesn't involve having to go somewhere. And yeah, getting out is amazing, but it's not always realistic for a lot of us. And so for me, with a husband who has a high stress job, who, you know, we need to be able to find ways to support each other on a regular basis. It's not always realistic to go check out and go on vacation all the time. And so for our family, finding a ways to emotionally heal and support ourselves, and do some self-care, reflection, then that is one of our biggest priorities, and it should be for everybody. There are so many emotional support oils, so many. But this is just a really great introduction for you. All of these oils can be bought on their own. You save quite a bit when you buy them in a kit, in the Feelings kit. The Feelings kit or the oils, if you were to buy them all individually, cost about $250. The Feelings kit is $180 for all 6. So it's a smoking deal. And it is our top emotional support collection. Again, you can buy them individually. If you have a very specific need and you want to make it more budget friendly, you absolutely can. Again, when I started with Believe, which is still in my diffuser necklace 3 years later. It's the only thing I diffuse. People are like, you're so boring. And it's like, no, it's not boring. It works. It works and it's amazing. Like, don't fix what ain't broken. Find something that works for you and like, just stick with it. So Believe was one of the first ones. Valor was one of the other ones that I started using right away. And then White Angelica and Harmony were the next ones that I invested in, and then Release. And so people are like, wow, you bought that kit and 3 of the oils that you use are in there? Yeah, because I need replacements. I need to refresh them. So they get used and they're amazing, and I'm happy to share. If you're local to me, I live in Albany, Oregon. If you are local to me, and even if you're not, and there's something you want to try, let me know. We can meet up. We can do like a little sample and sniff thing, and you can try stuff on, and you can feel it out. And feel it out. And see what you respond to. And if you're not local and there's something that kind of caught your attention, and you're like, you know what? I want to see what that smells like. I want to try that out. Let me know and I'll get you a sample. Because I have a lot of reasons why I share with you. And the number one reason I share with you is because I have found such relief in the emotional support that I've gotten from my oils. And I know that nobody ever wants to live in misery. No, I mean, nobody wants to be unhappy, and no one wants to struggle and suffer. And when we are feeling our best and doing our best, then we're able to accomplish the purpose and the destiny that God gave us, and we're able to fulfill that purpose as people, as women, as men, as moms and dads, as siblings, and as people in our communities. And that is a huge why for me, is taking care of ourselves so that we can fulfill our destinies and our purpose in life. And I know that they can help you. It's just I will admit, it takes kind of figuring out what works for you, but that's why we're here, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I do what I do. So I know this went a little bit long, but there's so much to talk about. Emotional support, again, it's the number one need that people have when reaching out for essential oils. So I just wanted to give this the time it deserves. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions about any of these, I'll post some graphics with some reminders and some details on all of these so that you have them to refresh on. And thank you guys so much. Have a great Friday night and a great weekend, and we will talk soon. All right, bye.